Welcome to this edition of Inside the Heat. I am Jason Jackson. By no means is Heat captain Udonis Haslem prepared to hang up his sneakers, but he is mindful of his career after basketball. With that in mind, he has opened 2 new businesses in Jackson Memorial Hospital's food court. Now, before we sat down to discuss the new venture, Haslem enacted owner's privilege.
Gentlemen, how you doing? How you doing?
Ricky, Daniel, how are you? It's good to see you. But the boss is here, so I'm whatever he wants. I'm going after that.
My drink is kind of complicated.
Okay.
So I do a chai, venti, of course, big guy, venti, of course, 3 shots. All right. 5 pumps hazelnut, 5 pumps caramel. Yes, 5. And 3 shots, yes.
Brett?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
First of all, I'm just green tea. I'll do the sugar. See that? That's called simplicity.
Yes.
And focus. Now, I'm not knocking the complexity.
I can't take full credit for this.
Break down the story.
This was passed down to me by a former teammate of mine, Bird, who actually does 4 shots. I do 3. He does 4 pumps. I do 5. So it equals out.
Now, I know this isn't your only location in this facility here. Is there Einstein's you're putting up to?
Yeah, there's definitely.
All right, this sounds like it's going to take a minute.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can we come back?
Yeah,
Can we come back and do all those done in a minute?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to stroll down the way. So as we come up on your Einstein's location, you have everything covered.
For sure. I mean, yeah, for me, you know, obviously I started out trying to get my feet wet with Subway and just learning the business.
Spicy Italian with Italian bread.
Started with Subway was because something I believed in, you know, something that, you know, I knew a little bit about. It just kind of grew. So now you see what the process is like. We had to gut this place out and basically start from scratch here.
So are you hard hat and hammer in this joint? Are you able to kind of
I pull up every now and then. Just to make sure everything working out.
Foreman's on the site.
I dropped off lunch to the guys one day working.
Okay.
You know, just to make sure everybody was, you know, taken care of. I like to be hands-on with everything I'm doing. The things that I do, I believe in. I like to be involved in.
As we headed back to enjoy our beverages, Udonis opened up to me about how his new business ventures are not just about setting himself up for life after basketball. They are also a way for him to create job opportunities for low-income applicants. For him, this all stems from his upbringing.
We didn't have much. We had what we had, but we never were ungrateful. I was always the kid who, you know, when my friends were going through something growing up or whatever was happening at their home, my family invited them over to our home to have a decent meal, spend the night, and just hang out. And, you know, it's just how I was raised.
Not only are you impacting lives with opportunity, but you're also in the training process. I understand there was a TED Talk you gave to your trainees. What was the message you wanted to get across to the folks that were going to be a part of your organization?
Career Source Center, City of Miami has done a great job of partnering with us, training our employees for 3 months, helping us employ 66 people.
Never in my wildest dreams would I imagine that I'd be standing before you today having this conversation. But I believe everything happens for a reason. We expect you guys to encourage each other. We expect you guys to work hard because we're growing, but we want you guys to grow with us. It don't stop here.
These jobs provide a lot of opportunities for people to start a career and then have opportunity for growth.
I'm new to the work field. I came here and got blessed with an opportunity for Udonis Haslem to be my boss.
Most jobs that you go to, you normally don't see the boss there, and just knowing that you're going to have someone that's going to be hands-on with you, it's a great experience.
All the things I've shared with them about him, it kind of all came true for them. Like, you know, he really is a partner. He really is engaged. He really cares about us.
For me, understanding the difficulties that these people face every day, I just wanted the people to know that here's an opportunity to start over. Here's an opportunity to grow with me. As I'm growing, I'm starting here, and I'll never forget the people that started with me.
This is a whole different thing. This is something that's going to impact even maybe when we're on to the upper room. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is another thing to your legacy. What was it about the businesses that you wanted to create?
4 or 5 years ago when I hurt my foot, I spent a lot of time working out and just thinking, what would be the next step for me? And at that time, I didn't have a plan, and it was kind of scary for me not to have a plan at that time. Following in the footsteps of guys like LeBron and Junior Bridgman, Caron Butler, one of my closest friends, Dwayne, and, you know, just always admiring how those guys were willing to step out of their comfort zone and venture out and do something different. When you get to this point in your career, obviously been blessed with, you know, so many different things, great health, championships, finances, you know, those things start to become material things. So you look for other ways to find joy. And the way I found my joy in these past couple of years is bringing joy to other people.
Welcome back to Inside the Heat. There is no question, Udonis Haslem is Mr. 305. But the love reaches outside of Dade County, specifically halfway around the world in China. For the last 4 years, he has had a business relationship with the sports apparel company Li Ning. And this summer, for the very first time, he traveled to China to meet his fans.
The culture, the way they support basketball, the way they love the Miami Heat. They want to touch you, they want to see you, they want to take pictures with you. It's just good to see genuine love. That was one of the best trips I ever had.
While you finally made that trip, you are one of the few players that stays in South Florida year-round.
Things could be so much different for me, and I don't take that for granted. You know, when people say, what you gonna do for dinner tonight? I'm proud to say I'm going to my mama's house to eat. That's what I'm doing, and it's gonna cost me nothing. And I'm gonna get just as good as meal as you gonna get. I'm proud to say that I still got my same homeboys that I grew up with. These are people who've been down at the bottom with me. These are people who, when I was in high school, we was going to get 99-cent pork chop sandwiches together and biscuits from Popeyes or churches. These are people who I know is genuine love because we've been there together. And I'm proud of the success that they've had, and they're proud of the success that I've had, and I know it's genuine and it's real.
When you speak with Udonis, his Miami roots are evident. But he doesn't just speak about his love for the 305, he acts on it. Each offseason, UD holds youth basketball camps to connect to Miami's children in a much deeper, personal way.
I'm from Miami, seeing a lot of the same things you guys, probably see or seeing now. Take something from today, get something out of today. Make sure when y'all do that mic and drill, y'all keep the ball up, don't bring it down.
I try to give these kids something that's positive because when you walk around and sometimes all you see is negativity, sometimes that's what continues to grow in you.
Go, push yourself, good job.
It's easy to give yourself an excuse, or they didn't have to face the challenges that I had to face. They didn't see what I saw growing up. But I tell people all the time that I face the same challenges you face.
I'm proof to show these kids that if you stay with it, man, you keep God first and you just keep working through your dreams, you can reach it.
I just want to show them that it's possible, that it can happen, because I was you.
The majority of the kids that you come in contact with are not going to get to the highest level. So I know that you've had this focus on education.
Regardless of your circumstances, you can be successful, man. So take care of y'all business in school, all right? If y'all stay out of trouble, Christmas time coming up, then I make sure all y'all get to come to my Christmas drive and get Christmas gifts.
What is it that you want to share about the importance of education?
It's number one. It's first and foremost. There's so much talent out here that if you're not educated, then you can easily get passed over. And so many schools are taking these things a lot more serious than they were. You have the FCAT, the ACAT, is so many things that end with CAT. Nowadays that you have to pass just to go to the 11th grade, to the 12th grade, and different things like that. I mean, I try to implement this in my kids that there's no guarantee that you can make it, but without education, you don't have a chance.
You can take me home.
No, I can't take you home. You got to finish school. See you guys later. Bye.
Hey. Well, I know all these cameras, huh? They make me nervous, too.
For 13 years, Udonis has maintained an active presence in the community he calls home.
It's still fun to feel the love, man. Some of these kids wasn't even born when I was having my glory days.
And when he reflects on those glory days and the journey it took just to get to the NBA, he can't help but think about more than basketball.
It was a reason why I wasn't drafted. It was a reason why I had to go all the way to Europe, all the way around the world to end up back here in Miami. I never could quite put my finger on it, and now it's all starting to make sense to me. It's all starting to make sense why I'm here and why I had to go through what I had to go through. To focus on, the things that I can't control, and the things that I can't control right now with the gifts I've been given and the blessings I've been given is helping other people, and that's how I find my joy.
You enjoyed yourself? You got what you wanted? Good job.
What stands out and impacts you the most of the things that you've been involved in?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I just made a post on my Instagram about a kid that I met 10 years ago that was fighting cancer. October 3rd made 10 years that he's been in remission. His mother reached out to us to say to us we were a big part in him continuing on in his fight. And, it's near and dear to my heart because my mother lost a battle to cancer So me being able to be a part of helping somebody fight that battle and be successful in fighting that battle, those are the kind of things that continue to keep me going.